Hi, my name's Holly McArthur and I'm a track and field athlete with Team Scotland. So I actually first got involved with athletics when I was in primary school because my primary 7 teacher, she actually took the after school athletics club. So my first memories of athletics was just cross country running, just slogging out, doing laps upon laps of the school, trying to beat the boys, and I just absolutely loved it, just because it was just you and your legs, you couldn't rely on anyone else and it was just up to you. It was genuinely just something I fell in love with, and as I said, when I got more serious about my sport when I got to high school, that was when I was kind of introduced to what athletics had to offer. I didn't realise just how varied athletics was. There genuinely is a sport for everyone, and I soon realised that when my local club started entering me from the shot put, the high jump, when I just trained as a cross country runner. But if I wasn't entered in these field events, I wouldn't have came across my love for all the different events. So that I'm very thankful for. So my proudest sporting achievement has probably got to be the competition where I secured the qualification standard to compete at the 2018 Commonwealth Games, because at this competition, it was called the European Junior Championships. I was competing for GB, so actually getting to this competition was literally the cherry on top of that season as it was. So just to be there, I was delighted, and I decided to just enjoy the experience and just do what I could do. So it was kind of like I was going through each of the events. So there's 7 events in the heptathlon. The first event went by, I got a PB. The second event went by, I got another PB. The third event got another PB. And I kind of got this big train going of PBs. So by the time I was going into my last event, the 800, I had secured 6 personal bests. So I was way above my previous points best going into the 800. And all of a sudden, me and my coach were looking at the points calculator, and we figured that I had to run 2 minutes 17 in the 800, or I'm sure it was 2 minutes 17, it was something around about that, to pretty much secure a qualification standard for Australia. And this was a completely surprising position to be in because I'd never envisioned this. So it was kind of like too good to be true. So my PB at the time was 2 minutes 14, or 2 minutes 13, actually it was 2 minutes 13. My PB at the time was 2 minutes 13, and I had to run 2 minutes 17 to give me the best chance of getting that plane to Australia. But I was absolutely exhausted because after getting all the 6 PBs previously, obviously my adrenaline was way up here, and as the day was going on, I was starting to kind of feel it in the eyes and feel it in the legs. I was a little bit tired, so I was a bit is this too good I was thinking, is this too good to be true? But I decided just to forget all of that rubbish that was going through my mind. I just stuck to what I knew that I could do, and that was I knew that I could run a personal best in my 800. I was in good shape, and I ran 2:11 in the end, which was a 2-second PB. And I just remember seeing the clock when I finished that race. I just threw myself to the ground and I was staring up at the sky, and I just remember thinking to myself, I've actually got the standard for the Commonwealth Games. And like, I don't think it actually sunk in. I don't know if I actually ever did sink in, to be honest with you. It just seemed like I was in a dream, to be honest. But honestly, it was hands down the best experience of my life, getting the standard first of all, and B, getting on that plane to Australia and competing at the Commonwealth Games. So yeah, I think everyone is in agreement here that this year and last year, being 2020, has been nothing short of a challenge. And in terms of sport, it has been especially challenging because obviously not being able to train with training group, having facility restrictions, equipment restrictions. But a major thing for me was just the uncertainty of competitions. Would there ever be any competitions? And that was something I struggled with last year because I was kind of training, not knowing what I was training for, sort of thing. And the competitions are what energises me and what motivates me to really put 100% in every training session. However, what I decided to do was I decided to just make little small process goals for myself. So rather than making big goals about competitions that I didn't know if they were ever going to happen, I decided just to take each day as it came, and I never thought too far ahead. So what I mean by that is I just thought about the week of training ahead, and I just wrote down what I wanted to get out of each session. So maybe that was just pretty much basically basic things such as working my technique or recover well after the session. It was just little things that I could just tick off at the end of the session, and it just gave me a bit of achievement, a sense of achievement, knowing that I was accomplishing something. This maybe sounds cliched, as in you've probably heard this said to you so many times before, but talking from experience, I think I have to say that you do really have to just believe in yourself and never count yourself out. Because if I was to tell you that in 2014 I was a 14-year-old, and I remember with my family sitting in Hampden Stadium watching the 2014 Commonwealth Games, and I remember just sitting there in awe looking at all the athletes, thinking, how can they run so quickly and how can they chuck that shot put so far? I genuinely was just so enthralled by it, and I was just amazed at what these athletes could do. And I just remember running everywhere, everywhere, trying to catch signatures, get autographs, get selfies. And then I remember at the closing ceremony, when they were talking about Australia, you seen the beaches on the screens and Kylie Minogue was singing. So that was them promoting the next Commonwealth Games, which was the 2018 Commonwealth Games. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, imagine if I managed to get there. But like, I think it was just that way that, oh, in your dreams, Holly, sort of thing. So the moral of the story is I got to the 2018 Commonwealth Games, and 4 years prior it didn't look clear at all to me. So I would definitely say just don't count yourself out, keep your head down, work hard, and just enjoy the process. So I'd say that what's kept me in the sport so long is because I do genuinely just enjoy what I do. And because I enjoy what I do, it enables me to put my everything into training sessions, training weeks, years upon years. And I genuinely believe that the combination of enjoying what you do and working hard at something will really allow you to uncover your full potential. So I think off the back of that, my goal is genuinely just to keep enjoying what I do, work hard, and I guess just see what happens. Red or brown sauce? Reds. Coffee or tea? Coffee. Weights or cardio? Oh, half and half. Sweet or savoury? If we're talking about pancakes, strawberries and Nutella, so is that sweet or savoury? Sweet, sweet. Cats or dogs? Dogs. Ski or sun holiday? Oh, I'm just going to say a sun holiday because I really want the sun just now. Comedy or horror? Comedy. City or countryside? City. Who is your hero? Either Dame Jessica Ennis-Hill or Serena Williams, but there's so many people that are my idols / heroes, and it changes all the time as well, to be honest. Biggest fear? Sharks. 100% sharks. Any hidden talents can you show us? Yeah, this is one that I get asked a lot, and I always think about it because I don't think I have any hidden talents, but if you know me, I trip over absolutely everything and anything in sight, so if that's a talent, then I guess that could be my hidden talent. But it's not really hidden, but you know what I mean.